In today's video, I'll be talking about this Gorenje washing machine and why it's a big disappointment. So let's start. If we open the door, you can see if we go inside, we have a nice little drum light up here at the top, and it is an LED drum light, so it will not die in a matter of weeks. We have a nice 10-kilogram drum in this washing machine with very nice 3D designed paddles that lift up the clothes and they wash very well. And if we look at the machine's upright corner of the seal, we can see that there is a big outline here. Now, this is for the jet system that keeps recirculating the water for a more effective wash performance. And here is the steam refresh system that the machine offers. This machine has also won the Red Dot Design Award, the winner of the 2018 design of washing machines. That means that this washing machine has the best design and the most appealing to a customer according to the 2018's design award. If we go over a bit to the left, we can see an instant unlock door, which is very, very handy. It locks and unlocks instantly, which is very, very good. I really like that feature in the washing machine. If you forgot some laundry, you just press stop and just throw some clothes in, close the door and continue the wash cycle. We have this nice drawer up here that has an indicator of how much detergent you have put in the machine. This is the pre-wash, this is the softener, and this is the main wash compartment. There's this little flap for liquid detergent, so the machine does not take the detergent until it hasn't come to the main wash phase. This machine has a lot of programs and options, so let's look at them right now. Let's turn this machine on. We have cotton black, cotton color, cotton white, mix/synthetics, wool/hand wash, speed 20, iron wash 59, sterile tub, rinse and softening, spinning and draining, Eco 4060, steam refresh, allergy steam, and auto wash. Now, if we move over to the right side, we will see the control panel of the washing machine. This has many options, so let's take a look. The first option we have is Power Care, or on older generation, it is Eco Care. Basically, the machine will use less water and less power and a longer wash time, so it cleans the laundry exactly the same as if we used the normal program, just it consumes less water and electricity. So if you have time and you're not in a hurry, you can use this program to save some money. We have Time Care. it explains itself. It just takes off time from the program. If you don't have a lot of time or you're in a hurry somewhere, you can use this function and it will do its full wash still along with 2 rinses. So there's 1 rinse taken down from the initial wash. We have Dose Aid. What that does, we also have Dose Aid. What that does is it shows you how much detergent to put in your washing machine. You can select lightly soiled, normally soiled, or heavily soiled. If we have some heavily soiled stains, we press play. The machine tells us we need to put 40 milliliters of softener and 130 milliliters of detergent in the washing machine. Now, if you haven't read that fast enough, you can press this button and it will show it again. Let's exit this. The machine will show end, and we can flick through the programs again. Now we have Stain Expert. Now I do not have the user manual here, but I'm sure someone will know in the comments. So this basically just takes down time and it will wash away stains that you have on your clothes. These are organic stains, these are fruit stains, and these are coffee stains. Now we have a green guide or Eco Eye on the older models, and what that does is it just shows us how much electricity the washing machine uses. We have a pre-wash feature, which pre-washes your heavily soiled clothes. We have temperature on button, which is very good. We have a spin button. We have a nice jingle to it. We have start delay up to 24 hours. And we have water plus. If you press it once, it adds a bit more water to the rinses. If you press it twice, it will add 2 extra rinses, making a total of 5 rinses. Now let's go a bit more in depth into the programs. So, on the Cotton Black program, you can have either 30 or 40 degrees options. The maximum spin speed is 1200 RPM. You can have Time Care, Dose Aid, Stain Expert, Green Guide, and Water Plus. Now let me mention on all programs it will allow you to do a start delay, so we will not go through that. The next program is Cotton Color. On this program it will allow you to wash at 60, 40, 30, 20 and cold. The options are pre-wash, Power Care, Time Care, Dose Aid, Stain Expert, Green Guide and Water Plus. The maximum spin speed of this program is 1600 RPM. Now we will have the Cotton White program. As you can see, we have a little steam icon next to it. It's supposed to refresh your clothes with steam, making it more softer and cleaner. I have not realized any more softness or cleanliness to my clothes, and personally I think that's a gimmick. We will get to that a bit later. On this program, it allows us to wash at 90, 60 and 40. What I do find weird is that the 60 program actually takes shorter than the 40 program, even though this program is not eco. On this program, it will allow you to select pre-wash, power care, time care, dose aid, stain expert, green guide, water plus, and the maximum spin will be 1600 RPM. On the mixed synthetic cycle, it does the steam again. Now, this machine has a steam generator in it, so it's not like Beko that just does a steam cure / boil wash on your delicate items. It will actually do a steam phase for your clothes. And on this program, you can wash at 60, 40, 30, 20 or cold. The maximum spin speed is 1200 on this program, and it does a long 1200 final spin. It has pre-wash, power care, time care, dose aid. You cannot have stain expert on this program. You can have green guide, water plus, and that's it. We can go on the next program, which is the woolen / hand wash cycle. On this cycle, you can either wash at 40, 30 or cold. The maximum spin speed is 800 RPM. You can have time care, dose aid, green guide, and water plus. I am very sorry that the dose aid button does not always work. It has some contact failure right here, and it does not want to react. We have the Speed 20 cycle, which does a 30-degree wash in 20 minutes just to refresh some clothes. You can have dose aid or green guide on this program, and the temperature is set to 30. The maximum spin speed is 1000, and you can have no options other than those. The Iron Wash 49 is basically the same as the Speed 20 program, just a bit longer, and it washes at 40 degrees, and you can have a 1200 spin. Now here, the 1200 spin is actually limited to 1000. I don't know why they put it to 1200, why they indicated it as 1200, it does 1000. And this should wash 3.5 kilogram of laundry in 59 minutes with an ion generator that is right here. You can see it generates negative ions to clean your laundry better. You can have no options on this cycle. We have sterile tub, which shows that it does not heat for some reason, but it does heat up to 90 degrees. It shows clean for us, which means it's a drum clean cycle. You can have no options on this, only green guide, which is unnecessary. The next program is rinse and softening. Now here, this machine is a bit different to the other generations. These new programmed ones actually go up to 1600, while the oldest generation could only do a 1000 final spin here. And this actually does an interspin between the rinses. This will do 2 rinses, and it does an interspin between those. Now you can add more water to it, or you can add 2 more rinses, making it a total of 4 rinses, and it will remove the interspins from them. We can have spin and drain program. Green guide is unnecessary again. You can do a 1600 RPM spin, or you can do a 0 RPM drain only. The next program is the Eco 4060 program. It has no options, and it shows us that it will not heat. I have never tried this cycle, so I don't know. It has only dose aid and green guide, and it is set to 1600 RPM, but of course you can change that. Now, we have the steam refresh cycle. Now, basically what this machine does is it uses a steam generator to refresh your clothes. I didn't see it working at all because it does do a very good steam cycle, but I didn't feel anything different on my clothes. The next program is allergy steam. On this program you can have 90, 60 or 40 degrees. You cannot have pre-wash, you cannot have any options. What I do find weird is it defaults to 800 RPM, even though it goes up to 1600. I don't know why they designed it like that. And now auto wash. Now this is a gimmick, in my opinion. It does not do anything. It's just a shorter 30-degree wash. That's all it does, and it goes up to 1600 RPM. Now we have this nice stop add go function. So if you start the machine and you forgot some garments, you just stop it. Simply unlock the door, throw the garment in, close the door again, and just press play, and the machine will continue from where it had left off. Now I will turn this off. Now let's get to the pros and cons of this washing machine. The pros of this washing machine is, of course, its high 1600 RPM spin speed, very, very customizable programs, and a big selection of programs. We can have a configuration mode on this machine. If you hold these two buttons together, wait a few seconds and let go, it will enter us into here. Now if you press the spin button or the temperature button, we can flick through with the dial. This is now the loudness of the program, of the dial and the options. So this is the volume. What I notice is 1 and 2 are the same. And 3 is a bit muffled. Now I will have 3. You can have this. You just need to press the temperature button and it will select. Now if you flick the dial and go to 2, you can select the water level. So if you are very allergic, you do this and it will do half a tub of water rinsing. Now I like to keep it normal. And then we have this where we save it. It will throw us out. Now what is really handy is it shows you the error codes the machine has shown if we enter into the configuration menu, the service mode. So you need to hold these 3 buttons and flick the dial to the left. And everything will light up on the display and there, and you just press start. Now here you use the dial to navigate. This is basically service mode. You can test the compartments of the washing machine. For example, this is not tumbling. You can have spin on it. You can make it unlock the door. This is the ion generator. This is a drum light. This is a steam tech. It's very loud. And I think that we turned off the inverter now. Right. So if we move the tripod back up, I will show you guys how to check for error codes. So you enter into service mode and you flick to position 2. And here, my machine has not had any errors yet. Here you can see how many wash programs it has completed. Mine has completed 25 in total. And here, here's where you can see the error codes of the washing machine. Mine had only one error. It's an E06 error where the machine hasn't heated up the temperature in time. I have never seen it do this error before, so I'm gonna take a picture with it because I did not know that my machine threw an error at me like this. That's very cool to know. I'm a bit shocked as well. So yeah, that's not very pleasant. Thank you, Airactive. Now we will exit out of this. Now this machine does have an inverter motor, which is very good. But now that's all of the pros I can really say. It has a jet system right here and it sprays the water on the clothes. So now let's move on to the cons. This is supposed to be a 10 kilogram drum. Now what the problem is with this 10 kilogram drum is that it's actually smaller than Beko 9 kilogram drum. I am pretty appalled by this because I have not expected it to do this small of a drum. It does its job, but it's not 10 kilograms, it is 6 or 7. My use logic has this drum depth that is 7 kilograms, so yeah. This machine does not use enough water, especially on the synthetics or any other cycle that is not cottons. It does not use enough water. The machine's jet system actually struggles to keep up, and you'll see it and hear it chugging on some cycles, which I really do not appreciate, and will not clean your clothes well at all. Another con of this machine is the balancing system. It takes an age to start spinning, and if it doesn't balance in a few attempts, it'll limit the spin speed, and after quite a lot of tries, it'll spin sadly anything, which is not good because the machine will start jumping around, as you can see on this video right here, which really is not ideal for a washing machine that costs £700 or 700 euros or $700, however you want to call it. Now, the design of it is okay, but I would like it to have a bit better shock absorbers. These shock absorbers are absolute rubbish. I can make it bang with a finger, and I do not appreciate that. It is not very good. The shock absorbers are very, very bad on it, and it starts banging fairly easily and starts hitting the jet system, and it can break very, very easily. The machine never ever sticks to its wash time. It keeps on switching it, changing it, goes to 2054 from the 3-hour 34 cycle, then changes it back to 4 hours, then senses down again, then on spin it goes up again, then when it's heating and it hasn't heated up to temperature, it will get stuck. It's quite a hassle, so this display doesn't matter at all because it never sticks to its wash time. Now, there are some things here that say Wi-Fi and APS or WAPS and stuff like that. It has no use. I don't know why they put it on there. Mine does not even want to allow me to go into the child lock mode. It is rather dumb. It does not allow me to do that. The machine has a very, very, very stupid design flaw where when you turn the machine on, it always defaults to 1200 RPM, which is very, very stupid, or even 1000 RPM, which is pretty stupid because you would expect the 1600 machine to default to 1600, not 1200 or 1000, and the programs are just rubbish, what they default to. For example, this cotton color program defaults to 20 degrees, which is not good because the average Joe or an old grandma or someone does not know how to use a washing machine. She just selects color because she put color clothes in it and just press start, and she'll get a wash at 20 degrees. If it was up to me, I would put this to 40 degrees at least. Now, the white cycle, I have nothing against it. It's okay. The wash action is rubbish on every single program. It never spin washes and never washes intensively, so I don't know why they did that. That's okay. The mixed cycle is terrible. It does not heat up the temperature, and it is just not an ideal cycle. The only cycle that I actually like on this machine easy speed 20 program, because after a few balancing attempts it actually does not keep on going. It starts and limits it to 600 RPM and the machine does not self-destruct. The dosage or function of this machine is extremely inaccurate. It never ever shows you the same. So if I start it right now and then do the same with an empty drum 2 times, it will not show the same values because the machine does not, I don't know why, the machine does not do it correctly. The machine has a 1600 RPM spin that on most cycles it does not reach. If the load is too unbalanced, then it does not reach 1600, which is very rare. But usually what it does is it just cancels the 1600 or limits it to 1200 or 1000, and it's extremely annoying, and that's just, it's just crazy for me that I paid 700 euros for this washing machine and it doesn't have decent options. Now, what I do not like about this machine, again, is its design from the inside. So basically it has something rattling inside it. I don't know how they made that, but something is really rattling inside, and on an unbalanced spin the machine tends to shake and vibrate and rattle all over the place. Okay, stop! Oh my fucking god! Now, the biggest design flaw I had with this washing machine is this. Do you notice anything down there? Right here, the machine has managed to smack the glass and put marks in it, which my 300 euro Wave Active does not do. They have made this machine, someone put an energy into this, so it does not work well. Someone put an energy to make this bad. The paddles on it are good, but only if it tumbles left. On the right side of tumbles, for some reason it does not tumble as well as the left tumbles. The door design is a bit weird, especially the cover that we need to smash off. I don't know why they do that. And basically that's all of the rant I have about it. If I would advise you not to buy this washing machine. It's not, maybe for your needs it's very good if you need a washing machine that is quiet and you have the time to wait and the energy and everything to wait for it to balance the load, then it's a very good machine. But I would not buy it again. I don't recommend it. This is by far one of the biggest disappointments. Even the Rapido, I would not say that it was better, but because that did not heat up to 90 degrees, this actually heats to 90 degrees. But if Rapido heated to 90 degrees, I would choose Rapido over this. I am sorry to say this, but Rapido actually maybe had something that I did not notice in it in the first few days, because it did not take a while to balance. It did not take 3 years to balance. It did take a bit with towels, but that's because I did not put enough load in it. And basically that's my rant about this machine. It is not for me. It does not, it's not good for me. And also the inverter motor of it is loud. It's very loud. It's louder than my brushed Gorenje for some reason. The use logic, I don't know how they made that. And yeah, basically that was my rant about this washing machine. Thank you everyone for watching, and goodbye.